Haftarah of Vayera, 2 Kings 4, 1-37. Haftarah Vayera B'Malkim B'Siman D. Now there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets unto Elisha, saying, Thy servant, my husband, is dead, and thou knowest that thy servant did fear God as a bourbon noun, and the creditor is come to take unto him my 2 sons to be bondmen. And Elisha said unto her, What shall I do for thee? Tell me, what hast thou in the house? And she said, Thine handmaid hath not anything in the house save a pot of oil. Then he said, Go borrow thee vessels abroad of all thy neighbors, even empty vessels. Borrow not a few. And when thou art come in, thou shalt shut the door upon thee and upon thy sons, and shalt pour out into all those vessels, and thou shalt set aside that which is full. So she went in from him, and shut the door upon her, and upon her sons, who brought the vessels to her, and she poured out. And it came to pass, when the vessels were full, that she said unto her son, Bring me yet a vessel. And he said unto her, There is not a vessel more. And the oil stayed. Then she came and told the man of God. And he said, Go, sell the oil, and pay thy debt, and live thou and thy children of the rest. And it fell on a day that Elisha passed to Shunem, where was a great woman, and she constrained him to eat bread. And so it was that as oft as he passed by, he turned in thither to eat bread. And she said unto her husband, Behold now, I perceive that this is an holy man of God, which passeth by us continually. Let us make a little chamber, I pray thee, on the wall, and let us set for him there a bed, and a table, and a stool, and a candlestick. And it shall be, when he cometh to us, that he shall turn in thither. And it fell on a day that he came thither, and he turned into the chamber, and lay there. And he said to Gehazi, his servant, Call this Shunammite. And when he had called her, she stood before him. And he said unto him, Say now unto her, Behold, thou hast been careful for us with all this care. What is to be done for thee? Wouldst thou be spoken for to the king, or to the captain of the host? And she answered, I dwell among my own people. And he said, What then is to be done for her? And Gehazi answered, Verily she hath no child, and her husband is old. And she said, Call her. And when he called her, she stood in the door. And he said, About this season, at the same time next year, thou shalt embrace a son. And she said, Nay, my lord, thou man of God, do not lie unto thine handmaid. And the woman conceived and bare a son at that season. And Elisha had said unto her, At the same time next year. And when the child was grown, and it fell on a day that he went out to his father to the reapers. And he said unto his father, My head, my head. And he said to a lad, Carry him to his mother. And when he had taken him and brought him to his mother, he sat on her knees till noon. and then he died. The middle of the day, not what we mean with time zones and all that. And she went up and laid him on the bed of the man of God, and shut the door upon him, and went out. And she called unto her husband, and said, Send me, I pray thee, one of the young men, and one of the donkeys, that I may run to the man of God, and come again. And he said, Wherefore wilt thou go to him today? It is neither new moon nor Sabbath. And she said, It shall be well. Well, it says the Sephardim, and here, Con Mesimin Hesperdim. Okay, I thought it was a meme ending there. Demian. Then she saddled a donkey, and said to her servant, Drive and go forward. Slack not thy riding for me, except I bid thee. So she went, and came unto the man of God, to the Mount Carmel. And it came to pass, when the man of God saw her afar off, that he said to Gehazi his servant, Behold, yonder is that Shunammite. Run now, I pray thee, to meet her, and say unto her, Is it well with thee? Is it well with thy household? Is it well with the child? And she answered, It is well. And when she came to the man of God, to the hill, she caught him by the feet. But Gehazi came near to thrust her away. And the man of God said, Let her alone, for her soul is vexed within her. And God is a verb and noun, hath hid it from me, and hath not told me. Then she said, Did I desire a son of my Lord? Did I not say, Do not deceive me? Then he said to Gehazi, Gird up thy loins, and take my staff in thine hand, and go thy way. If thou meet any man, salute him not. And if any salute thee, answer him not again, and lay my staff upon the face of the child. And the mother of the child said, As God is a verb and noun liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. And he arose and followed her. And Gehazi passed on before them, and laid the staff upon the face of the child, but there was neither voice nor hearing. Wherefore he went again to meet him, and told him, saying, The child is not awaked. And when Elisha was come into the house, behold, the child was dead, and lay upon his bed. He went in therefore, and shut the door upon them twain, and prayed unto God as a verb and noun. And he went up, and laid upon the child, and put his mouth upon his mouth, and his eyes upon his eyes, and his hands upon his hands, and he stretched himself upon the child, and the flesh of the child waxed warm. Then he returned, and walked in the house, to and fro, and went up, and stretched himself upon him. And the child sneezed 7 times, and the child opened his eyes. And he called Gehazi, and said, Call this Shunammite. So he called her. And when he was come in unto him, he said, Take up thy son. Then she went in, and fell at his feet, and bowed herself to the ground, and took up her son, and went out. Well, nowadays they would not allow such treatment, because there are certain associations with that. Washa Acht Munshi Beni Hanbiaim Tzaka Al Alisha Lummer Abduk Aishi Mut Wata Yid'adki Abduk Hya Yara Ad Yahwa Wahnasha Ba Chut At Shani Yildi Lu Labdim Weamer Aliyah Alisha Mah Asha Luk Hagidi li mah yesh laki bebait watamer in lish puchtuk kol bebait ki asuk shaman wiamer laki shali luk kalim man hatchuts mat kol shabniki kalim rakim al timaithi wabat waskert hadlet badak wabad banik witsqat al kol haklim hala wahmala tesi ai what luck matu what sugar hadlet bada wabad banyaham magishim alyah wahya matsqat wihi kamlat haklim what amr al bana hagisha ali aud kli wiamr alyah ein aud kli wiamd hashman witba witban leish halhim wiamr laki makri at hashman washlami at nashiki wat beniki tachia benuter wihi hiyum wiaber alisha al shunim wushim asha qadullah wat chizak bu lakal lichim wihi madi abru yasser shemah lakal lichim wat amr al Aisha hana na yadati ki aish alhim qdush huwa aber alinu tamid nasha na alit qir qithna wanshim lu shum matha wash lechin waksa wamnura wahya bab'aw alinu yasur shema wihi hiyum wiba shema wiser al halya we shakab lama we amr al HC Aru Qara Lashunamit Hazat Wikra Lah Wat Amd Lepnu Wiamr Lu Amr Na Alyah Hana Herdet Alinu Al Atkul Hech Rada Hazat Ma Lashut Luk Hish Ledabur Luk Al Hemluk Al Shur Hetzba Wat Amr Pentateuch Ami and Ki Yishbut we Amr Wama La Shoot La we Amr Gate Chazi Apple Ben Ain La Waisha Sakan we Amr Gra La Wikra La Would Amd Touch we Amr Lmuwad Haza Kat Cha Ati Chibkat Bun Would Amr Al Atni Ish Halhim Al Taksab Bush Pachtuk Would Her Hasha Would Lid Bun Lemuwad Hazah Kat Cha Asher Dipper Aliyah Alisha we Bedol Helad we He Hiyum Witza Al Abu Al Haktrim we Amr Al Abu Rashi we Amr Al Hanar Shahu Al Amu Wishahu Wibahu Al Amu Wishab Al Berkya Ad Het Harim Wimped Would Al Would Shukbahu Al Mutht Ish Halhim Would Sugar Badu Would Sa Would Gra Al Isha Would Amr Shulcha Nali Achid Man Han Arim Watched Hatnut Warutza Warwatza Ad Ish Halhim Washuba we Amr Madwa Ati Halkati Al Yu Yum La Chidush Wallah Shabbat Would Amr Shalom Would Chibush Hatun Would Amr Al Nara Nahug Wulak Al Tatzer Li Lurkam Ki Amrati Luk Wutluk Would Ba Al Aish Halhim Al Hur Hekermal Wihi Kraut Aish Halhim Ata Munqan we Amr Al Dichazi Naru Haza Hashunamit Hells Ata Roots Na Lakrata Wamer La Hashlum Lak Hashlum Leshuk Hashlum Lild Wat Amr Shalum Wat Ba Al Aish Halhim Al Heher Wat Chazuk Bergliu Wigash Ichzi lahdapah we amr ish halhim harpah lah ki nabsha marah lah wihwa halim memni wallah hagid li what amr hash alti ban mat atni khla amrati la tashla ati we amr lagi chasi hugger matnik waqach mashanati bidak walk ki timta ish la tabraknu waki yabrakak ish la tanu washmut mashanati al pani hanar what amr am hanar chi yahwa what chi napshuk am asbak wikum wilk achuryah wagchazi aber lebniham wisham at hem shanat al pani hanar wain qul wain qasham wishab lagratu wingad lu lumd la haqits hanar wipa alisha habita wahna hanar mat mashkab al mattu wipa whisker headlet bod shaniham witpalal al yahwa we al wishkab al helad wisham pew al pew white new al I knew wak pew al kapu we gahar al you wicham busher healed wishab wilk beat atchit hana watchit hana we al we her al you we zur hanar ad shabah pamim weep kutch hanar at ainu wikra al ichzui we amr ra al hash the meat hazat wikra watba al you we amr shay banak watba watpull al ruglu wat shutchu artsa watcha at bana watsa. And one of the things we see is this phrase, man of God, but in the margin here we have atka, chulkut ki. Well, I mean, the footnote area here, and ki, shuknik, ki, mutskutki, Oh, it's different direction. Okay. Nashik Wupnik. And I didn't point out the man of God stuff. Aish Halhim, so a person of divinity. Not saying that they're actually a divinity, but Shunem means quietly. Gutches means visionary.